One.
Hello to all. Thank you first and foremost for volunteering with us at Christmas time. We can't, as we've been saying for a number of months, we can't have Mass, we can't put on a Mass, so to speak, unless we have volunteers helping us out to do these things. And so thank you very, very, very much. I know it's a busy time and you're giving extra time and coming to church, but it's a wonderful time to be able to greet people. And so what we're going to do here is just very briefly walk through what some of the things, your duties, so to speak, are. So as you have seen when you come to church, some of you might be asked to be a greeter. And so as people come into the church, we welcome them, wish them Merry Christmas. We ask them their names, and hopefully they have signed up, and you'll have a clipboard if you're stationed here. And you just check off their name. And then you do ask them the three questions. So the first question is, are you feeling all right today? Secondly, have you had a fever or a temperature today? And thirdly, have you had direct contact with someone who has had COVID in the last 2 weeks? So those simple questions. Most people say yes, yes, and yes. And then we invite them to go on into the church, and we say, could you please sanitize your hands as you go in? And so they can use one of the automatic machines, or we also have the hand pumps. As the people come into here, this is the second place that you might be assigned as a greeter, right here by the shrine. And you might say this is our distribution point. So this is where we encourage people to either go that way or this way. And the person assigned here, they're just looking for which side is filling up more. Now, many people, who have been coming to church regularly, they already know that they want to go to that side or that side. That's fine. We're not trying to dictate where people sit. Our job really is just to make sure people are social distancing. So if they want to sit over there, that's great. Just send them over in that direction. So then once they do go into one direction or another, and it might be down the middle here. So then the third place where we're going, where you might be a greeter or an usher, is down one of the aisles. And so here we are in the main aisle. And so if you're a greeter here, basically what you're going to do is when you first come here, you'll be up by the altar, and you're going to be filling the church from the altar moving on backwards. Again, if you're up there and somebody decides they want to sit back here, that's fine. We're not trying to dictate where they sit. But hopefully they'll come to you and you can just guide people to sit on one side or another. What we're trying to do, again, is keep people in their social distancing. So say if a family of 5 comes into this pew, that pretty much takes up the whole pew. If one person or so can fit into that pew social distancing that's not a part of that family, that's fine as well. But so say there are these big, huge, long pews, you might be able to have 2 or 3 families in there depending. And so if there's 2 people, you seat somebody, 2 people here on the end, and another family comes, please ask these people to move on in, and to still keep their distancing. So when it does come to when we are filled, and some of our masses are filling up or already are filled up, we will have you, if you're greeting people outside there, to write down their names, and then to have them actually walk through the church, through the passageway by the washrooms, and then go to the chapel side. We can't get a whole lot of people on that side, maybe 40, And if you figure most people are coming as families, that's really, say, like 10 families or so, or 12 families. But we will be able to seat some overflow over on that side. In addition, if you are greeting at the 3 o'clock Mass here in church, you might be able to send them over to the Mass at the Activity Center, but we'll let you know that, because that Mass is beginning to fill up as well. So, but again, and also, I almost forgot, if you are signed up to be part of our sanitizing crew. Tell you the truth, I'm not going to go through that right here, because we'll go through that with you after Mass when you show up. Basically, we have a machine. If you haven't seen it yet, it's a fogger or a blower, and we just blow on all of the pews. And it's a very harmless, but it is an effective chemical that we spray on all the pews just to make sure everything is sanitized. But we'll go through that instruction after Mass as well. Thank you all for everything you're doing to help us to be able to celebrate Christmas. I think the most important thing is to greet people with the warmth of Christ. Not to dictate where they're sitting, but to wish them Merry Christmas and thank them and tell them how glad that you are that they're here. Thanks a lot, guys.